In this video, I'm going to be going over every single new thing in the GOAT Festival Week 2 exchanges and NBA 2K25 Myteam and talk about which exchanges I think are personally worth it to do and which ones I would maybe stay away from, because as you guys know, I went over all of the Week 1 Festival exchanges. They're now obviously expired, so it was Invincible Gary Payton, 100 overall Brandon Ingram, Dark Matters, I don't remember who the Dark Matters were, I think it was like Franz Wagner, was it? No, I don't really know who it was exactly, but you know, and then there was like the free 10 pack box, there was the 100 overall option pack, and it's going to be very similar for this week in the GOAT Festival exchanges. But I want to talk about the 5 new GOAT cards, talk about if any of them are worth it to do, and then talk about the 100 overall option packs, talk about the players and which exchanges I think are worth it in the GOAT Festival Week 2. So talking about Greg Popovich, he's back here again for 10 GOAT pieces. I just don't think it's worth it for a GOAT, for a coach at this late in the game. Unless you're really dying for a coach, like you really need a coach badly, then yeah, he is very good. He does give like plus 10 speed, plus 10 3. He's a really good coach card. He's the best coach card in the game. I just don't think it's necessarily worth it unless you're just sitting there with GOAT pieces and you have no idea what to do with them and you can't go after a player and you've already got all of the lower tier stuff. Then sure, if you want to get a Greg Popovich, for some people it could be worth it to do, but for most people I would stay away from Greg Popovich. Talking about GOAT Shawn Bradley, now he is 60 GOAT pieces, which is absolutely insane. Like 60 GOAT pieces, and 2K expects us to be able to obtain that in 1 week. I don't even know how you get that even if you're a money spender, because you open up the 4 Hall of Fame boxes, you know, the one on mobile, and I think that's like 29 GOAT pieces right there. You're still miles away. Like I think you get 7 per one on console, so that's 21 after 3 HOF boxes, and then you get 8 from the one on mobile. I think that's how it works the math wise. That's 29 GOAT pieces from 4 HOF boxes, which is extremely expensive. And then you're talking about how do you get the other 31 GOAT pieces? Like there's probably only going to be like 5 grindable for free. Grinding for 25 for free is going to take like literally a full-time job, or you just got to spend crazy amounts of money. So it's just insane, even if you're a money spender, to get Shawn Bradley, let alone if you're somebody trying to get this card no money spent. It's just not going to be possible. Yes, he's like one of the best center cards in the game. He's 7'6", can play center, power forward, and he's an unbelievable card, but he's just unobtainable. He's not obtainable for anybody in this game, so obviously he's not going to be worth it. Now Nick Young, 30 GOAT pieces is a lot, and with how many good point guards there are in this game, is he better than an Amen Thompson? Is he even better than a 100 overall Jimmy Butler? Like, let's be honest. I mean, Jimmy Butler's probably not as good, but just go get a Jimmy Butler instead of spending 30 GOAT pieces on Nick Young, because you can find Jimmy Butler for like 90k or under, and that's basically invincible Jimmy Butler, who probably isn't much worse than Nick Young. Yes, he's obviously going to be worse, but 30 GOAT pieces is just not worth it whatsoever for Nick Young. Once you get down to 25 for Adam Morrison, I think you can start to consider it somewhat worth it, just because it's less GOAT pieces, and Adam Morrison is very good. He's 6'8" at shooting guard with an elite level jump shot, the best SIGs in the game. He's a very good shooting guard option. Is he worth the 25? Again, it's only for people that are spending money on this game. Then maybe yes. I don't think grinding for Beasley, grinding for Adam Morrison is going to be the same thing as grinding for Beasley. If you wanted to get Michael Beasley, that seems a lot more worth it to do last week compared to this week for like an Adam Morrison. Adam Morrison is definitely not on the same level as Michael Beasley. Morrison and Scalabrine is really good if you like his jump shot. He's got the patty base with the Oscar upper. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's the same jump shot that that invincible Chris Webber has, or the 100 overall Chris Webber. It's a very inconsistent jump shot in my opinion. So do I like Morrison and Scalabrine as being worth it? Probably not. I don't think any of the GOATs are worth it. I mean, 20 GOAT pieces for Tyrese Haliburton. He's basically invincible Klay Thompson. But again, if you really want, Tyrese Haliburton, just go get Klay Thompson for, I mean, he's probably got to sell for under 500k. Maybe he's a little bit more than that, but still, I'd rather spend the MT to get Klay Thompson than lock in 20 GOAT pieces for Tyrese Haliburton. But if you're somebody that has already opened up 3 Hall of Fame boxes and you have the 21 pieces, then I'd probably go for like Scalabrine over Tyrese Haliburton and maybe save up for Adam Morrison. In that case, like if you're somebody that has already opened up the Hall of Fame boxes, because let's say you wanted to try to pull GOAT LeBron or GOAT Giannis or GOAT Shaq and you wanted the invincible option pack, if you're stuck with these pieces and you have the pieces to spend, I would say the most worth it to do is probably Adam Morrison or Morrison and Scalabrine. Now talking about the actual obtainable stuff that you can earn, talking about the players in the packs that are actually obtainable, starting off with invincible Patrick Ewing. If I'm being honest, 60 gold pieces for this card is a great deal. Patrick Ewing is actually an amazing power forward in my team. Surprisingly, they actually gave him the best SIGs in the game with a very good big man jump shot. This is an incredible card. I want to say he has Claxton base with the Dirk Nowitzki upper, but I definitely could be wrong, so you guys can fact check me on that. But I know he's got the best SIGs in the game. I'm pretty sure that's his jump shot. I believe he has Pro 2 Fade as well. He is an amazing power forward card that, yes, if you have the best team in the game, he's probably not going to play for you. But on my no money spent, I'm seriously considering getting this card and maybe selling one of my big man Rick Smiths and Taco Fall, because he is seriously that good at the power forward position, and a card that I think for 60 gold pieces, which is really not that hard to obtain, if you get the free piece in the challenges, the new fireworks challenges, it takes like less than an hour to do. That's 30 gold pieces right there. There's going to be, you know, King of the Court challenges, King of the Court gold pieces. There's going to be the Sunday streak. They're probably going to drop more agenda challenges next week, so you can also grind the game as well, triple threat offline. You can get those games done really fast. I think Invincible Patrick Ewing is actually really worth it to do, and maybe one of the most worth it things to do in the Go Festival Week 2 exchanges. 100 overall Demar, do not do this. He's just not good for 30 gold pieces. 20 for Jack Sigma and 10 for Franz. I mean, if you're a newer player in this game, getting 10 gold pieces is really easy to obtain, and getting Dark Matter Franz is a great player. So again, if you're somebody that wants to, or somebody is just starting off the game and wants to get a very reliable shooting guard and power forward, I think Franz and Jack Sigma is actually a really good, you know, exchange to do and really worth it. Now, if you're somebody like me on the no money spent, you know, and have a pretty decent team, would either of these cards play for me? No. So is it worth it to do for me personally? No. It's probably more for people that, again, are just starting out the game, or if you really need a shooting guard or really need a power forward, these can be two great options for only 10 and 20 gold pieces. Even though it's only 8 gold pieces, I would stay away from Dennis Rodman unless you're like a huge Rodman fan, or maybe you're a huge Bulls fan or whatever. I just wouldn't go for this card. He's not that great whatsoever. So now there is the 100 overall option pack that I have already exchanged, so it's not going to be showing here on the screen. I did open it up on the no money spent, and I got Paulo Banchero again for a second time in a row. I think this pack is still worth it to do, again, unless you have the best team in the game. If you have the best team in the game, you're probably going to want to lean towards some of the GOAT cards, right, to try to build, you know, your team out even better. But if you're somebody that doesn't have the best team in the game, I think doing the 100 overall option pack for 60 gold pieces is definitely going to be worth it to risk your luck. I've seen people get, you know, the not the GOAT, the 100 overall Yao, the 100 overall Wemby, right, 100 overall Braun. I've seen a lot of people get really good pulls, and I do think it's going to be worth it. Even this 100 overall pack is not that bad. I don't recommend doing it over the option pack. I would definitely recommend saving up to 60 gold pieces and instead of just spending 30 pieces. But there is also one on mobile for 20. You can do a 100 overall pack like this one right here, just a one player, you know, no option pack, but it's going to be only for 20 gold pieces. So you can do that on the no money or on the mobile app if you guys want to as well, to save your pieces. And then I would say stay away from the 99 pack, stay away from the 97 and the 95. The only other things that seem worth it to me are the 10 pack box. I think that's really good for its value. 25 gold pieces, again, not that much to obtain in the fireworks 10 pack box. You never know. I've pulled 100 overall Big Z. If you guys watch my video, I think it's coming out after this, so I guess I just spoiled it, but I pulled 100 overall Big Z out of a free 10 pack box, and that's an amazing pull. So really worth it in my opinion. I think the legend badges and the season 7 super pack could also be worth it as well. But in my opinion, guys, that's everything that's worth it in the new week 2 Go Festival exchanges. Let me know what you guys are going for down below in the comment section, and I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace.